Harika, Sumlata, Sumalata.
Students, please respond.
Sir,
Did you note down everything? Previous classes?
yes, sir.
What is delta, ma? What is delta?
NA square by 2N1 square, sir.
What is that? Differential refractive index. It's a parameter. Differential refractive index.
Yes, sir.
What is NA?
Numerical aperture, sir.
Numerical aperture. Here we have to do some problems today, and I'm sharing this video to you. Right. Is it visible,
Yes,
Harika?
sir.
What is there you are finding here on the screen? Please read out.
Optical communications.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
New parents.
So I think this is the topics which were discussed earlier. Acceptance angle. Yes, numerical aperture. Read out. What is
NA of
there in the
numerical apertures.
read it.
NA of fiber is a figure of merit which represents its light gathering capacity.
Capacity.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Numerical aperture equal to acceptance angle.
Fine. Thank you. So what is this? There is a graph. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So what is an x-axis?
Acceptance angle.
So what is an y-axis?
Numerical aperture, sir.
So values ranging from numerical aperture values ranging from
0.1 to 0.5, sir.
0.5.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, in this, if you see, so Praveen, are you there? Praveen?
Yes, sir. None, sir.
Right. See, very important concept here, numerical aperture. What is a numerical aperture? It is a figure of merit of the fiber or its gathering capacity. Now, if you see once again the cone here, acceptance cone. Now, in this theta A is the acceptance angle here. This theta A variation is given with the different colors here. If theta A is very less, pink cone. Similarly, yellow cone. Similarly, green. So that means the numerical aperture versus the acceptance angle we are trying to discuss. So if you observe the pink shaded cone, that clearly visible that theta A is the acceptance angle, and definitely that angle is less than smaller value when compared to the yellow cone. Similarly, when compared to the green cone, theta A is lesser value. So that means the light gathering capacity having some important inherent point in that. So numerical aperture is the difference of n1 and n2, n1 square root of n1 square minus n2 square, and it is a manufacturing value, manufactured value. That means when we manufacture the fiber, glass fiber, what happens? Glass nothing but it has to manufacture in the furnace. So the temperature of the liquid glass is around 2000 degrees centigrade. So after that, what happens? The temperature itself, higher value, then there might be some impurities in the glass. So the exact refractive index value might not be there. So because of these problems, numerical aperture value differ. So that's why the numerical aperture versus, and that means 0.1 here, 0.1 nearer here, 0.12 here. In this, what happens? 10 degrees centigrade. Sorry, 10 degrees numerical acceptance angle. So this is a value. Similarly, 20, 0.3. So why I shaded here 0.3 to 20 as a long distance. That is lesser numerical aperture angle means nearer to the axial rays propagation. So in the previous class, we give a smaller introduction regarding axial rays, middle rays, and skew rays. So here the cross section of view of the fiber seems to be like this. Here in this core, here it is the core and the cladding. So the value here I was given here 62.5 micrometers, and outer value is 125 micrometers. Its value is not a fixed value. There are variable as per the manufacturing and propagation requirements. Those values are different. So in the previous class already we discussed about the skew rays. What is a skew ray? The skew ray means the light propagating around through the fiber like a helical path. So it will not cross the axial line. So where the axial line the axial line is here, inside here, like this. This is the axial line, central line. So it will not cut the axial line. So that is the skew. Similarly, meridional rays. So in the meridional rays, wait a minute, something happened. Screen sharing is stopped somewhere. Why it is, I don't know. Yes. Excuse me. Hello. Hello.
Sir, వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ప్రవీణ్ ఒకసారి చూడు, ఇది కనపడుతుందా? ఇది షేర్ ఆగింది ఎందుకు? Right. Thank you. Now the middle race. The middle race means it crosses the axial line. So similarly, axial race. So axial race. This is the axial race. Already we discussed in the previous class. So again, I am going back to this particular point, the relation between numerical aperture and acceptance angle. So in this, if the light rays propagating along the axial line, then automatically the acceptance angle is lesser value and numerical aperture is also lesser value. That means the axial rays are most sought after ray propagation, and based on that we differentiate the propagation of light in the fiber into various modes of propagation. So please note this point, very important. The modes of propagation. Here we distinguished different ray propagations: axial ray propagation, meridional ray propagation, and skew ray propagation. So with this and acceptance angle and numerical aperture variations, the mode of propagation is come into picture. So various modes of propagation come into picture. After this immediate class, maybe in the ending, I will introduce the modes of propagation. So in this, you can see here the long distance communications. This particular region is useful, and similarly higher numerical aperture and higher acceptance angle, the short distance communication is useful. So this is very important. So this particular graph help us to analyze the propagations for the longer distance or shorter distance. So with this, I will again go back to our the next discussion now. So here, all of you, you have to answer your questions in the chat box. So based on that only, we will decide for the last 4 days, this 4 days class. It is seems to be like your understanding. Please see here, all of you, I think you are able to see the question here. No material could have a refractive index of A 1.5, 1.3, 1.1 and 0.9. Which one is correct? So anybody can share your, by unmute yourself, or you can write in the chat box. I will wait. I will give 1 minute time. So nobody is written here. Okay, good. So many, right. So many students. Okay, D. Pravalika given the answer and 64 given. Right, good. Say excellent. So here the answer is D. Why? Because velocity of light by velocity of light in the medium. So definitely its value is less than, greater than 1 itself. So very good. Next, coming to the next question. The ray enters the optic fiber at an angle of incidence 15 degrees as shown in figure. I will show the figure you. The angle of refraction in the core would be, actually figure it need not required here. You can try it, or I will show the figure. So this is the figure. What is the value? I think somebody will give on the chat box. I think I have to check it. Anybody given the answer? Nobody given the answer. Check it. Try to do it. Can apply Snell's law. What is there? N1 sin theta 1 is equal to N2 sin theta 2. See here N1 means air. So 1. Sin theta 1 means sin theta sin 15 is equal to N2 sin. Refractive index here simply. Right. Next question. You can see here. The refractive index of core of a fiber was 1.47, and that of cladding was 1.44. The cone of acceptance would have an angle of approximately here, just acceptance angle here. So theta A is equal to sine inverse. So you have a formula. We have to do it. Or simply theta A is equal to sine inverse numerical aperture. So from that we can do this problem. Praveen, కోడ్ కనపడుతుందా?
కనపడుతుంది సార్, సగమే కనపడుతుంది.
సగం అంటే రాసిన చెప్పు చూద్దాం. ఎక్కడి నుంచి కనపడుతుంది? ఇక్కడి నుంచా, ఈ పై నుంచా?
పైనుంచి కనపడుతుంది.
రైట్. ఇప్పుడు ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ఎట్లా చేయొచ్చు ఆన్సర్ చూడండి. ఏమడిగారు? యాక్సెప్టెన్స్ యాంగిల్ అడిగారు. సో యాక్సెప్టెన్స్ మీన్స్ థీటా ఏ. సో థీటా ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు సైన్ ఇన్వర్స్ a numerical aperture. So what is the numerical aperture here? Numerical aperture is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square. Right, that's it. So we have n1 value and n2 value. n1 teacher 1.47 and n2 is 1.44. You can substitute NA we get. So here 1A we get theta A. ఎంత వచ్చింది థర్డ్ క్వశ్చన్ కి ఆన్సర్? ఎనీబడి? చాట్ నోబడి వాజ్ గివెన్ ఆన్సర్. నో వన్. ఎవరు చేయట్లేదా? A5, 4A5, 4A5, ఎవరు 4A5 మాట్లాడలేదు? Who is this? ఫోర్ ఎవరండి? ఓకే. సో 4A5 absent. లాస్ట్ 4 days నుంచి absent చేస్తున్నాను. Four B1. Who is 4B1?
Yes, sir.
ప్రాబ్లం ఏం చేయడానికి ఏంటి, మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు ఇంతసేపటి నుంచి?
చేస్తాం.
చిన్న 2 స్టెప్లు వేసి మీరు క్యాల్కులేట్ పెట్టి చేయలేరు ఇంటి దగ్గర కూర్చుని? నాట్ రెస్పాండెడ్.
చేశాను సార్.
సేపు అయింది మీకు చెప్పి మేము. $451, $441. $441.
Yes, sir.
ఏం చేస్తున్నారు మీరు? ఆన్సర్ చెప్పరే మీరు?
సార్ వీడియో అసలు కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
ఎందుకు కనపడదు మరి? ఆ మాట చెప్పాలి కదా. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు నువ్వు మరి? బోర్డు మీద కనపడుతోంది కదా నీకు, స్క్రీన్ షేర్ పైన కనపడలేదా?
నెట్వర్క్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ గా ఉంది సార్.
వినపడుతోంది కదా?
ఎస్ సార్.
వినపడ్డప్పుడు వినపడదానికి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పడానికి ఏమైందమ్మా? N1 ఎంత చెప్పాను? వాట్ ఈస్ N1? చాట్ చేయొచ్చు కదా. N1 4.7, N2 1.47, N2 1.42. న్యూమరికల్ అపర్చర్ ను యాక్సెప్టెన్స్ యాంగిల్ చేయలేరా మీరు? $441. ఆన్సర్ ఎంత వచ్చింది? 17.19. గుడ్. 450 has given the value. Ramesh Sai was given, right? So most of the students provided their answer with the chart, right? Good. So next, very simple theoretical question here is, Which one is correct? As the meridional ray is propagated along the optic fiber, it travels in the sort of spiral shape. Option A. Option B, stays in the center of the fiber. Option C, passes repeatedly through the center of the core. And option D is reflected off the inside surface of the primary buffer. This is called TIR. So A, B, C, D. Here we have 4 options. Which option is correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Yes. The answer is C. Passes, just now we discussed it. Passes repeatedly through the center of the core. That is, it crosses or it cuts the axial line. So that is the answer. Good. Very good. Now let us come to the numerical aperture of a skew ray. Please, you have to see through this particular discussion with the, I will try to explain with the help of board also. So numerical aperture for skew rays is very important. Sometimes in the university question paper also it will ask in a short note for 4 marks question and like. So NA for a acceptance, for a ordinary acceptance angle or axial ray like that, and skew ray is different. So NA for skew is given by cos gamma into NA of meridian. So where gamma is the half regular change for every reflection. So here, see the figure. Very important. You can see this figure in the textbook senior. Actually, I cropped that from the textbook senior. So just for to explain this, you can see here. See, capital R, this capital R. So this is the radial point on the axial line. So here, can't see here, right. This is the axial line. You can see core axis. So whenever a light ray enter through the core, through the point A, into the core through the point A, then it passes like this and touches at the point B, where the point is somewhere in the inside the solid. So when it touches here at point B, here, and it reflects back. So where it touches, from here there is a perpendicular drawn to the radial point, and the plane crossing the point T through A. So you can have a plane, two planes. So here central point, somewhere here there is a plane, and it touches here, and here it comes here, and this is a plane. So this particular plane see various or different solid angles we can see inside the cylinder. See, inside the cylinder we can have various planes parallel to the axial axis. So such a plane is there, and that plane with A to T and B to A, there is a plane, two plane systems. So I will try to show just with a test book here, like just an ordinary test book, if you can see anything. So here, like this, two planes. You can see the two planes, right? So the two plane system like this, otherwise a two plane like this. So in this here, what happens exactly at point B, you can see the delta. Delta is the half angular change for every reflection. So it suffers a reflection with delta simply. Now there is a simple expression for this. So that expression is the reflection at point B at an angle phi may be given by cos gamma sin theta is equal to cos alpha. Here generally where you have to write here, I simplified actually, where cos phi is the critical angle inside the core and sin theta is the accepted the angle at the angle of incidence, and cos gamma is just we discussed about the reflection takes place at point B. So there is a cos gamma factor multiplied with this, that is the point here. Now after that, first equation, now we come into the second expression, cos gamma into sin theta is equal to, so as we given with the numerical aperture, so square root of 1 minus sin square 5. So here it is nothing but a NA. Here cos gamma sin theta is always less than cos phi. So cos phi means your critical angle. So once again I want to tell this point, this particular point is cos delta. Delta is the reflection angle happened at the surface where it touches outside the edge or somewhere in the core cladding interface, near to the core cladding interface. There it suffers reflection and they go back. Again they propagate. So that delta is there. Now that delta, gamma is the cos gamma into sin theta multiplication. So why this is already I write here, to resolve the ray path AB relative to radius BR, where R is the radius point on the axis at the perpendicular direction. So here it is, right? And in these two perpendicular planes requires multiplication by cos gamma and sin theta. So here first expression, then second one is the numerical aperture, and which is equivalent to again a simple numerical aperture value. Now we have the air core interface at point A. So at A we are substituting the Snell's law. So n0 sin theta is equal to n1 sin theta. So with this we substitute there simply. Instead of sin theta, we added cos gamma sin theta. So in equation 4, we added cos gamma sin theta as we multiplied that. So is equal to n1 cos theta 5. Now this cos theta is substituted from the expression 3 and we got the numerical aperture value. So finally we get the numerical aperture and the acceptance angle for the skew rays is given. Again here given. Theta AS. Theta A means acceptance core angle. For S means skew. So theta A skew is equal to sin inverse numerical aperture by cos delta, cos gamma. So that means ordinary numerical aperture value by cos gamma gives the new numerical aperture, new acceptance angle. So this is the expression, a simple expression here. So actually I skip some of the points here as because it is a just a PPT. I was given at point 1 cos gamma sin theta is equal to cos theta cos phi, where cos phi is the critical angle inside the core. Second point, second expression, same will be given for numerical aperture. The third one is the numerical aperture value. Fourth one is the air core interface, fourth expression. We substituted 3 in 4 and we get the acceptance angle for skew rays. So you can see a problem with this. You can do this. Today I will share this. Actually, I tried to share this with the TVR EDU blog, but the options were changed. I don't know exactly, so I will solve it. But today I will share this particular video to you. Sorry, particular PPT to you now itself. So do this problem. An optical fiber in air has a numerical aperture of 0.4. NA was given. Compare the acceptance angle for medial rays, which that the skew rays which change direction by 100 degrees. So change direction by 100 degrees. What is cos gamma here? Means only gamma considered for half the value. So that's why gamma is 50. So compare the acceptance cone angle for medial rays. So take this expression. So this is the expression, first one. NA skew is equal to cos gamma NA meridian. So take this, that's it. This is the answer for this. NA skew is equal to cos gamma NA. So numerical aperture was given. What is the numerical aperture value here? 0.4. What about cos gamma? Gamma is 50. Cos gamma, cos 50 into numerical aperture value 0.4. That is the new numerical aperture value for skew rays. I didn't give the answer here actually. Now you can say. Anybody? So its value is the latest some students was given 485, very good. So its value is 0.625. Is it correct? Anybody? Verify this. 0.65. 0.625. Now with this a very gate question, a very simple, seems to be very bigger name, Bush-Hatchell's effect, but a simple concept here it is. Please go through this. Is a gate point here it is. Just based on the reflection only, with a skew ray reflection. In lieu of skew rays, GH effect states that there is a lateral shift of the reflected ray at that point of incidence at the core cladding interface. This lateral shift is called as Bush-Hatchell's effect. So here, say for example, this is the core cladding interface somewhere where the light rays are passing, propagating through the skew ray propagation. Now here like this, the light ray incident on the core cladding interface. Now it will reflect here like this. This is a normal now. So this is this particular value is so the reflected ray. This is the reflected ray. This reflected ray suffers lateral shift. So that is the point. This is very, very important, which can be, again, we will discuss at the time of diffraction. Inside the core, the propagation of light, and it suffers various attenuations because of so many mechanisms. So at that, you can observe this particular point. So whenever the Q ray reflects on the core cladding interface, the reflected ray suffers lateral shift. That particular point was identified by the Goose and Hatchell. This is a Finn scientist name, and that's why it was popular with Goose Hatchins or GH effect. Fine. So with this, today class was almost come to an end, but as I discussed in the very beginning, please note down some of the questions. Tomorrow I will check. So I am giving the problems orally. I am not giving any values. I am not giving any. I am not showing any PPT for this. Please note down. I hope all the students are noting down this first problem. Today, 24th, in this afternoon session, I am giving this problem 1. 431, are you there? Emma, evaru 431 evaru? Harita, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Harita?
Yes, sir.
Is it audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Shall I write out the question?
Yes, sir.
Please note down.
Okay.
N1 is equal to 1.5.
Yes, sir.
N2 is equal to, note down. N2 is equal to 1. Find theta C. Question 1. That's it. Next, question 2. Theta 1, 30 degrees. N1, 1.5. N2, 1.36. Find theta C, critical angle. Next. Theta 1, 80 degrees. Core material made up of gallium arsenide, in brackets its value is 3.6, and the cladding made up of material aluminum gallium arsenide, Al GAAS in brackets 3.4. Find the critical angle. Last but one. Given fourth one. Given N1 is equal to 1.5, N2 is equal to 1.45, 1.45. Find theta C, comma theta A, acceptance angle, and numerical aperture. Next, one more problem. Calculate N1 and N2. Calculate N1 and N2. Whose N1 and N2 whose numerical aperture value is 0.35 and delta 0.01 and delta 0.01. Last problem. Velocity of the medium is given by 2.02 into 10 to the power 8 and critical angle is 78 degrees. Then find numerical aperture and acceptance angle theta A. Numerical aperture and theta A. So please 424.
Sir,
How many questions amma మొత్తం ఎన్ని ఇచ్చాను?
6 questions, sir. 6 questions,
6.
sir.
10 minutes నుంచి 15 minutes పడుతుంది. జాగ్రత్తగా చేయగలిగితే ఓకే యు కెన్
Okay.
డూ ఇట్. ఫైన్. సో ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ ఐ విల్ చెక్ ఇట్. సో నేను అడిగినప్పుడు యూ కెన్ పోస్ట్ ద ఆన్సర్స్ హియర్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ వన్. And in the next coming class, we will discuss about the propagation of light or this optical signal through the fiber and its modes of propagation, and also a small little things discussions with electromagnetic waves and its background. How this will be useful for us in find out some critical points in the propagation of light in the optical communications. So wave equation we have to discuss. Wave equation, rho square psi by dou x square, like that, psi value, and also velocity of light, group velocity, phase velocity, and so on and so forth in the next class. Okay. So with this, this introduction topics were almost over. So try to consolidate everything and do these problems and prepare the list of equations with this. Okay. Thank you. Fine.